Hi, this is Leon Kamer, and this is my podcast. And today I want to talk to you about prayer. So when people hear that word prayer, they imagine kneeling with clasped hands and eyes shut. But the real essence of prayer isn't about that. It's about a connection. And if you can make that connection, your life will change dramatically. Prayer is a conversation with God, Spirit, with the Creator, with the universe, whatever you feel comfortable with. Prayer is the calming of the mind. Our subconscious is programmed to create noise, fears, doubt, and limiting beliefs, which have influenced us throughout our lives, creating repeated illusionary thoughts, which create the same habits, and ultimately we get the same results. When we pray, we redirect those negative illusions away from the subconscious and replace them with spiritual truth. We're drawn away from the noise, back to our soul, where we can tap into our real purpose and our real power. The subconscious is now acting in spiritual truth, not a false belief system. Prayer shifts us from our confusion to clarity, from illusion to truth, from ego to our soul. It's not about asking for material things or securing the perfect job or the perfect partner. Prayer is not a shopping list. It's about aligning with your higher self, with a deeper wisdom that already knows your soul's purpose. When you pray, you can't bend the Creator's will to match your desires. You're praying to find a direction and getting in touch with where your soul was always meant to go. Prayer is aligning, and when you live in alignment, you naturally move closer to peace, clarity, and your authentic purpose. We all face moments when questions outweigh answers, when our logic can't carry the weight of a particular situation. In those times, prayer becomes a way to voice our confusion to the Creator and speak like you're having a normal conversation, asking for guidance. Answers don't always come instantly, but they do come. Sometimes as a fresh perspective, sometimes as peace, sometimes the courage to take the next step. When you pour out your thoughts, you're not simply venting, you're retuning yourself to a higher frequency. There are no special requirements. You don't need to have memorized words. You don't have to wait for chaos in your life to pray. You can speak aloud or silently. You can whisper or cry out in fear. You can reach for that infinite light in ordinary moments, whether you're driving, cooking, walking, or sitting. If you only reach out during the hardships, you'll still be heard. But what if you made it part of your daily plan, not just in emergencies, but in life? Over time, what was unfamiliar becomes natural. And with that, clarity, peace, and direction begin to show up in ways you never expected. Even when the answers don't come right away, something is happening. You're planting seeds. You're making room for wisdom to rise. You're building trust, and you'll begin to notice that you're not speaking to nothing. You're in a relationship. You're heard, and you're protected. So whether you call it prayer, conversation, meditation, or opening your heart, what matters is that you do it. Because in those moments, confusion becomes clarity, peace grows, illusions don't exist, and truths begin to take shape. And in that space, you are being aligned, not to temporary wishes, but to the higher path of your soul. Now, I'm going to give you 3 simple ways to practice prayer. 1, be honest and simple. Speak from your heart. Say what you feel, whether gratitude, fear, or doubt. The Creator doesn't need polished language, only authenticity. Number 2, ask clearly. Stay open. Name what you want, peace, strength, direction, but leave space for answers to come in unexpected ways. Sometimes a response looks different, but it's exactly what you need. Number 3, make it ongoing. Don't save it for crisis. Make conversation with the Creator, a daily practice in the car, during a walk, before sleep. The more consistent the practice, the more natural and life-giving the connection of prayer becomes. Speak soon.